Hey guys, so we're going to go ahead and start first by dampening this section with some water, and then I'm going to go ahead and start detangling to start the process for the twist out. So I'm detangling from the ends to the roots using a wide tooth comb, and then I'm going to be taking the Camille Rose Naturals Curl Love Moisture Milk. This is going to be my leave-in conditioner and the base of my twist out. So I'm making sure that I'm distributing the product generously and evenly throughout my hair. And then I'm also taking the Almond J Twisting Butter from Camille Rose Naturals, which will be my cream, and it'll actually give me a little bit of hold for my twist. And then I just went ahead and combed that through. Then I'm going to go ahead and separate the section into two sections and just do a basic 2-strand twist. So I'm basically just wrapping each section around each other. And then once I get about halfway, I like to go ahead and comb through the section just to make sure everything stays smooth. And then when I get towards the ends, I add a little bit more of the twisting butter just to make sure, like I said, everything stays smooth and uniform and the twist have a lot of slip. And then I also like to twirl the ends around my fingers to give it that nice spiral uniform curl. So I'm going to go ahead and basically just show you guys what I did again. When I started filming this part of the video, I was almost done with the rest of my head, but it was nothing fancy. I just did 2-strand twists throughout my entire head. I think I ended up having 4 in each section, and I started off with about 4 sections, so about 16 twists. So I'm basically just repeating the process of adding the Curl Love Moisture Milk, the Almond J Twisting Butter, and then just doing the 2-strand twist. And I tried to twist as tight as I could towards the roots so I can prevent frizz, because I do have very frizzy roots. So I tried to twist very, very tight towards the roots, not tight enough to where it would cause breakage, of course, but just to make sure that my twist stayed pretty intact and I would have like nice laid roots. So basically this is how it looked when I was done with all of the twists and they were still wet. So I actually sat under a hooded dryer, of course, just for the sake of the video to speed it up. So I ended up taking the Herbal Tea Leave-In from the Camille Rose Naturals Leave-In collection, which is an oil or sealant. And I applied that to my hands and I rubbed it throughout my twist before I actually start separating them. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and unravel each twist. And the way that I like to do this to prevent as much frizz as I possibly can is start by unraveling it actually at the root. I've actually found that it works better for me that way than starting at the bottom, because it actually prevents like me going through and having to put so much, basically like having to manipulate the twist as much. So I just start directly at the root and just pull it apart, and it usually comes apart really, really good. And as you can see, I had very, very great definition. My curls were very, very shiny. They were soft. So those two products together, the Curl Love Moisture Milk and the Almond J Twisting Butter, always give me a good twist out. Typically, I'm a wash and go type of girl, but I wanted to go ahead and switch it up and do a twist out today. So now I'm adding a little bit more of that oil to my hands, because now I'm actually going to go ahead and separate each twist. So I probably separated each twist about 2 to 3 times. The way I did so, I started at the roots, as you can see, and I just gently pulled the sections apart where I thought they naturally wanted to separate. If I did notice any frizz, I basically just went ahead and like twirl the curl around my fingers, kind of just to get it to go back into place. Of course, you're not going to be able to prevent all the frizz, but using oil whenever you're taking down your twist and just being very, very gentle with your hair will prevent as much frizz as you can. So now I'm using my fingers just to go ahead and fluff at the roots of my hair so I can have a little bit more volume. Of course, it's going to get more voluminous as the days go by, but I just didn't want my twist out looking super, super flat. So I just used my fingers to lift at the roots of my hair. And then now I'm going to take the Camille Rose Naturals Growth and Shine Balm. This is going to be my edge control. It actually has castor oil in it, so it's really, really good for growing out your edges. So I'm just applying that with a toothbrush to my edges, not doing anything fancy, just smoothing them down so I can have a nice uniform look. And if you guys are enjoying this video or have enjoyed it so far, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I upload videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a few tips and tricks, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.